Welcome back to the channel. Let's dive right into today's challenge. Today we are looking at Leetcode problem 3756. Concatenate non-zero digits and multiply by sum 2. Here is the problem page. It has quite a few steps and rules, so instead of reading it all out, let me break it down visually for you so it is super clear. We are given a long string of digits and a list of queries. Each query gives us a starting index and an ending index. For a given query, we first look at that specific slice of the string. In this example, we look at indices 0 through 7. Next, we ignore all the zeros and squish the remaining non-zero numbers together to form a brand new single integer. Let's just call this number x. After that, we take those same individual non-zero digits and add them all together to get a total. We will call this the sum. Finally, we multiply that big squished number x by our sum to get the final answer for that specific query. Now, if we just loop through the string manually and do this calculation from scratch every single time they ask, it will take way too long and our solution will time out. By the way, if any part of this explanation feels confusing so far, drop a comment down below and I will gladly explain it further. To speed things up dramatically, we will use a common technique called prefix arrays. The idea is to walk through the entire string just once, before looking at the queries. As we walk through the string, we keep a running total of the information we need at every single position. For this problem, we actually need to maintain 3 separate running tallies at the same time: the sum, the count of non-zero numbers, and the concatenated number. Because we have running totals, finding the total sum for any specific range is incredibly easy. We just subtract the sum right before our start point from the sum at our endpoint. But how do we extract the squished concatenated number x for a specific range? We can't just do normal subtraction here. Let's look at a smaller example. Imagine our running string of numbers was 1234. And let's say we wanted to chop off the 12 from the front, leaving us with just 34. We can easily do this mathematically by taking that 12, multiplying it by 100, and subtracting that from the total. That 100 is just 10 to the power of 2. And where does the 2 come from? It's exactly the number of digits left in 34. This is exactly why we had to keep a running tally of how many non-zero digits we have seen. We use that count to figure out what power of 10 we need to shift our starting number by. Because these concatenated numbers will get ridiculously massive, we have to perform modulo arithmetic using a very large prime number at almost every step to keep things from overflowing. Let's look at the Python code. First, we pre-calculate all those powers of 10 up front, so we don't waste time doing the same multiplication repeatedly during our queries. Next, we loop through our string character by character. If a digit is greater than 0, we add it to our running sum, increment our count, and tack it onto the end of our running squished number. Finally, we process the queries. We find the length of our target string using the counts, apply that math trick with the powers of 10 we talked about, multiply the two parts, and store the result. Let's do a super quick dry run to see those prefix arrays build up for a simple string, 102. We start with everything at 0. At the first character, our digit is 1, so our non-zero count goes up to 1, our sum becomes 1, and our squished number is 1. At the next character, we see a 0. Because it is 0, none of our values change. The previous values just carry over to the next row. At the 2, our non-zero count bumps up to 2, our sum increases to 3, and our squished number shifts over and becomes 12. You might be wondering about edge cases. What happens if a query asks for a chunk of the string that is nothing but zeros? Well, our prefix arrays handle it perfectly. The count doesn't change, so the difference is 0. When we look up 10 to the power of 0, we get 1, and the math naturally cancels itself out to 0 without breaking anything. Let's talk complexity. The time complexity is big O of n plus m. N is the string length and m is the number of queries. We just iterate through them both once. The space complexity is order n, because we created those 3 running tally arrays that are roughly the same size as the input string. As always, if you just want to grab the working code without typing it out, you can copy all the solutions I am showing from my website, leetcodeunlocked.com. The link is in the description. For the Java folks, here is the full solution. Notice we have to be a little careful with negative numbers during the modulo math. Next up, here is the C++ version, using lambda initialization for the powers array. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. We have to use big int here to prevent numbers from losing precision during the math operations. Let's talk key takeaways. Number 1. Whenever a problem asks for information over a range repeatedly, Prefix arrays are usually your best friend. Number 2. You can essentially subtract strings of concatenated numbers just by using multiplication and powers of 10. Now for a quick channel update before we end. I have slightly changed the visual format of these videos to make them a bit punchier and easier to follow on screen. As you might know, I use AI to generate these guides to help myself study, which means I can easily tweak how they look. Please let me know in the comments if you prefer this faster pace or if you have any questions on the code. If you find these daily breakdowns helpful and want to support the channel, you can donate at buymeaboba.com/leetcodedaily. Finally, please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can crush the daily challenge early. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.